more aggressive. He's a 6'9" point guard, and I thought he was kind of first half, which is totally understandable. Joining a new team, a team that's been winning, I thought he was more fitting in. And I thought after half, it was Kobe. I mean, that's what he can do. He does a really good job of going downhill, and he hit the glass. You know, your point guard got 10 rebounds. So, you know, his plus minus had to be, him and Nick were right around the 20s. Trey was 27, Brandon was 21. The starters were really, really good, and our bench will continue to get better as we get more minutes with KJ, who's got experience, and Daniel, who's got experience, gets healthy. That's going to help our young guys that are on that bench because we got 3 sophomores or 4 sophomores on the bench. So I think that'll help our bench as those guys get a little bit more healthy.
And then just talk about the boost of athleticism inside. We saw some flashes with Brandon Love, a couple big dunks, just what he kind of brings in just your entire front court and just how much more athletic you've gotten in the offseason. Yeah,
Brandon got us 3 offensive rebounds, a couple blocks, changed some shots. Very good defender. He's a quick big. He's very long. He's 6'9", but he's got a 7'4" wingspan. So he's very long, very athletic, and that just allows it. So we're deep there. We're deep with – and so we got to figure out Jariah. Jariah has had maybe the best summer of anybody as far as development. And he's somebody from Alaska that hadn't been around it long. And, so we're figuring out that piece because, he's considering redshirting. And that might be the best scenario for him because if he develops during the winter like he's done in the summer, he's going to be really, really good next year at 7'1". So Brandon is a guy that can give us a lot of minutes. I think it takes pressure off KJ with the fouls, and KJ is going to give us a really boost off the bench in that position. And obviously we play Nick there. So we've got 3 guys already that can play that center position. And it was playing a team like that, after having 6 months off as the head coach and subbing, it gets you right back into the fire pretty quick because subbing was crazy tonight after 6 months off of subbing. So I don't have to worry about that in practice. So I appreciate the guys' efforts. They did a lot of good things.
And then again, the challenge coming in on Saturday, Washington, a team you guys saw last year up in Seattle and played well against, very athletic team. But,
yep.
What do you remember about them? What do you kind of expect to see from them Saturday?
Well, you got Coach Sprinkle up there now. So, he obviously know what he did at Utah State. And Asabor is with him, so he's a load inside. So I think it's going to be a great contest. We've seen a little bit of them on tape already, and they play, I think, tomorrow night. If I'm remembering the schedule right, I think they open up tomorrow night, not tonight. So we'll get a day rest and really start our preparation. Coaches will start tonight, but we'll meet the players on Wednesday to start that preparation. But getting a Pac-12 or now what are they, Big Ten? I think they're a Big Ten team. Getting a Big Ten team in our building is special. I think it's great for our fans. So hopefully, Saturday we can have a packed environment in here Saturday night because we're going to need that environment anytime you got an opponent like that. But it's a huge opportunity for us.
You mentioned Asabor there. What do you remember about him? You went from a couple of years ago playing against him.
Yeah, he's just a load. We had to double him last year. We'll have to see what we're doing with him this year. But he's somebody that can hurt you in a lot of different ways. He was easily one of the best 5 players in our league last year. And so now we get him again. So they didn't come here last year. So now they've got to come here on Saturday. So I think our guys will be ready and fired up for that contest. But they're well coached and very, very talented and huge opportunity early in the season, just like last year, kind of playing them the same time of year.
Coach, you fell down quickly 2-0 just in that first half and then went on that 15-0 run. Just how important as a team, I guess, was it to quickly go on a big run like that after?
Yeah, I think we'll watch film here in a little bit, but I might not be right on this, but I think we started the game 15-2, and second half it was 15-2. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken, but I thought our starters, and again, it's a very experienced starting group. Your Trey, 5th-year senior, Brandon, 5th-year senior, Nick, 4th-year junior, Kobe, 5th-year senior, Xavier, 5th-year senior. You've got a lot of experience, and our bench, though some of them are from here last year or from Justin from Oklahoma State and Chuck from Evansville, they're blending. They're figuring out it's the first time they've been in Lawler, first time they've been. So we get it. And there was tough matchups. So I think our bench will continue to improve defensively. But our starting unit was pretty good defensively. So now we've just got to get that bench a little bit more experience and get a lot of film in this week with them. Is that it? All right, we'll get the players in here. Thanks so much. We got Asher and Landon in here, the superstars. Great hair. No. Yeah. Trevor's girl.
Nick, we'll start with you first and foremost. You had mentioned in the offseason you got some new contacts, you're seeing things better, and it showed tonight, obviously. Yeah. To have it show up in a game setting, how's that feel for you?
Feels good. It was really frustrating last year. Also, shoulder had a lot to do with it as well, but felt good. Finally clicked.
Kobe, what was clicking for you in the second half?
First games with a new team is always hard. So just finding the flow, finding momentum with the guys, feeding off the defensive side. And then, once you see one fall, it's easy to see the next one fall in.
Yeah, obviously, as you mentioned right there, first time playing here in Lawler, just what do you think of the atmosphere, getting out there with your teammates? Because obviously a game setting is very different than just practice.
Yeah. I've been with these guys for a short time, so they made me feel a family right away. And then being here in Lawler, it's a family environment. You hear the crowd at all times. They're cheering my name already, and they don't even know me yet. So I'm just happy to be here, and I'm happy to be wearing this blue.
Nick, 82% shooting in the second half as a team. I can't remember a time here where a Nevada squad did something like that. Obviously, you and Kobe had a big deal to do with that, but just what was working so well collectively on offense in that half?
Yeah, Coach made it an emphasis in that second half to really attack the paint. And obviously those are easier shots for us. Get to the paint. That also opens up more open shots on the three. So felt like we were working really well together, getting that kick out, and people were hitting.
Nick, talk about just the front court this year and maybe that's the boost in athleticism that you guys have, and it seemed like you guys are really feeding off each other down low.
Yeah, of course. It's really good to have another guy who can really move in KJ and B-Love. But it's also nice to also be able to go back to playing 5 like I did a lot last year. So being able to play 4 and 5 is really beneficial to our team, I feel like. And Justin coming in off the bench really gave us some life.
Talk about Kobe being added into the mix and what kind of stands out about the way he's playing right now.
Playing really well. Like you said, he came in, meshed in right away, hit the ground running, and he's a great fit for us.
Kobe, I guess when you kind of drew up playing your first game from Nevada, did you imagine almost being able to score 30 points in your first game? How did this match up with your own personal expectations?
first off, I just wanted to go out there and get a win. I mean, I didn't get a lot of those last year, so excited to be in this blue getting wins, and whatever comes up on the stat sheet is just an added bonus. So, I mean, obviously it's a blessing to have 27 in my first game, but I'm happy about that win in that column.
What's it like to be in the culture of this locker room? You know, it's an experienced team that's been to the NCAA tournament. You kind of get inserted in with a lot of guys that have gone and won a lot of games. Like, what's it like playing in that kind of atmosphere, in that type of team environment?
It's definitely a different atmosphere for me. I mean, coming where I came from, just having some veteran guys who know how to win. So having Nick, having Trey Coleman there, teaching me the ways, and then I bring some vets. I've been playing college basketball for 4 years, so just all the experience we have on this team is definitely a good culture here.
Nick, for you, where do you see the differences of this year's team and what you guys are capable of?
I feel like it's more dispersed. Obviously, not really a good example. We both had a really great scoring game, us two, but really all 5 of us, and we have so many guys on our team that can really fill it up and really score. So it's going to be tough to guard, and if we just keep working on defensive end, it's going to be good.
You guys get a chance to take on a Big Ten team, Washington. You played them up at their house in Seattle last year. What do you remember about that game? What do you kind of expect to see from the Huskies?
I remember it was a pretty close game. Keenan played really well. I remember that. I think for the most part they got a bunch of transfers. They got a new coach. Obviously, my old high school teammate's still there, Wilhelm. So I remember playing against him. That was a cool experience. But excited for them to follow up and come play here.
What's that like, to mix it up with a former high school teammate, someone you've been friends with a long time in a college atmosphere? It has to be pretty special. Yeah,
it's especially him. I've played with him since 2nd grade, so he was actually on my first club team. So to see going through and kind of making it to where we wanted to be when we were little kids is awesome.
Is it kind of hard because you know each other's games so well?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously are competitors and want to have that edge over each other when we're 40, 50. Well, remember when I beat you? This, that. But yeah, it'll be a fun game.
Kobe, pretty early here in your career, you get to play a team out of the Big Ten, Washington Huskies. Kind of a big name brand team coming here to Lawler. What's that feeling like for you as a player to get this kind of opportunity?
I mean, playing anybody at home, you get excited. I mean, we got to protect our house. So whether it's a Big Ten team or Sam Houston, we got to come in here and protect our house. It's just another person in another jersey. So if we do what we do, I believe that we're going to come out with a W.
I guess I asked Nick this too, but from what you've seen and just playing with this team, what do you feel like this team is capable of? How excited are you about what's around you?
I feel like we're our own enemy. So if we play to our full potential, I feel like we're unstoppable. So it's definitely exciting. I mean, having just 5 guys on the court that really mesh, all could score, and then having a really explosive bench, it's really hard to guard us. And then on top of that, we have people that want to play defense, so want to get stops. So with both ends of the court, I feel like we're very hard to stop.
Thank you. Nick, just wanted to ask you a little bit about the defense. It had its moments off and on throughout the game, but you guys kind of locked it down towards the end to seal the win. I guess just kind of talk about how you guys are feeling about the defense 1 game in now.
Yeah, obviously we have stuff to work on, but it's the first time we've played in this building together with this group in front of fans. So, look at it as a glass half full situation and hit the ground running. So it's good to see that we were still able to get the dub without playing to our full potential.
And then Kobe, I know first half obviously wasn't the bestest for you, but you guys did go on that 15-0 run after kind of falling down 2-0. So I guess just kind of talk about what that meant for you guys as a team, starting down early, but just to go on a big run like that.
I feel like we started off the game really hot. I mean, the first unit and that first 4 minutes started off really hot. And then, first game jitters, everything happens, and just us trying to find meshes with different lineups, different subs in. So just having that late push was really exciting, and then you could really feel the energy here in Lawler. So, having that fan base behind you, and the energy once you get stops, I mean, it feels like every bucket's going to fall in. So it feels good.
Anybody else? That's it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.